Then you was like, this is my feels about it. And you tell your feels. And then you want to ask me my feels. And I'm going to let you know my feels.
Well, we're already recording.
Shut up. No, we not.
We are.
We are.
Alright, BUTV. KS. We got a special guest in the house tonight. Tracy. Baldy. Many names. But we're gonna ask, I need to ask a question though, like so somebody was talking to me the other day about some things, and it really got me thinking about some questions that I wanted to ask on this podcast this time around. This question was, the question is getting head important? Do you feel head is important in a relationship? Or how do you feel about head in general? Ladies first.
Oh my God.
I'm a gentleman. Ladies first. So.
Yes. Head is very important in a relationship. Mm-hmm. But also, it depends on the person, too.
Okay.
And I say that because some people don't know how to give head, even when you try to, like, teach them. So right. It's like, sometimes you have to give up on certain things. You could let them go down there, kiss it a little bit, make you happy. Maybe, lick it up and down a little bit.
That's
but
true.
Then you got to bring them up real quick. Because you don't want to hurt their feelings. Or right. They going to hurt yours because they just down there making you mad.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that, yes. Head.
So, how can... This is the thing about, like, when it comes to men, I feel like a lot of men don't know what to do down there. So, it's like they don't really... You know what I mean? They don't know how to go about it. They just they can watch pornos. They don't know what they're licking. They don't know what part of the coochie they licking. They just down there getting in it. But it's like I think you got to spend some time down there to really figure it out.
What you do. It's all about knowing your partner, for real. Like,
so sometimes men are just like, first of all, back in the day, we were always taught that, like, that was a nasty thing to do. Mm-hmm. So it took a long time for men to do it. So, like, even for me, it definitely took me a long time to even do it. And then I don't even do it to everybody. Like, it has to be a select few. I can count on my one hand how many times I've done it. How many people I've done it to. So it doesn't, I guess it's different for women. So like for women, is it like completely different? Is it like, do you only give head to certain people? Does it matter? Like, has it happened to everybody? Like, is that the case? Is that just something that happens? Does it depend on every girl? I think these are some questions that men want to know.
I feel like it depends on the girl, but just like men, women were brought up the same way. It was nasty to give head. So just like y'all was learning, we were learning, but also boys learning from other men or porno, saying head all the time. So it's natural for y'all to already want head from a woman. So woman was always more pressure into giving the head before the guy. So it's like, y'all expect that already. And for females, it's like, we either get it or we don't. Especially when we were younger. But it goes like I said, it do depend on the female. I don't do that to everybody because I feel like it's nice. Especially if that mother sucker don't do it to me first. Or if it ain't
also,
good.
It is important. So in order for you to give it, you gotta get it first. You heard that? Yeah, yes. I heard that, fellas. You heard that? This is facts. These are real facts.
For me, it's a lot of women that.
There's a lot of women who was like that though. There's a lot of women who will say the same thing. They'll be like, "Oh nah, he not giving it." That's because
men are nasty. Shit, y'all nasty.
That's true. And I mean, it's the same way for me too. Because I don't know about the men, but for me, if I'm not getting it, I'm not gonna be giving it.
And then
Like, so
if I'm not getting it right, I'm not getting
that's
it
true too.
either.
Now, if I'm not getting it right, I'm definitely not giving it.
It's like,
I'm definitely
if
not
it's
giving
not right,
it.
or if it's a little bit right, because you got your stages ahead. Like some hate you could deal with because it pleased you to a certain point. And as women, like when I was younger, I didn't care for hate, but as I got older, it's like it's something that I need because it's like foreplay. So it's like I at least need to get some type of sensation because sometimes men don't know how to have foreplay outside head. So if they not touching you, rubbing you, or serenading you or whatever, like it's just like, okay, so you just trying to stick it in. But it's like your body needs more than that once you get to a certain mental and physical space in your mind and body. So
yeah, I feel you. Like especially like when you have had it a few times, or like you get a little older, like you get, not saying you get used to it, but you just like something else that has to happen in order for you to reach that next level of ecstasy. So like mental definitely comes into play. Like just seeing somebody walk around the house or just doing random stuff, like that little stuff just can turn you on. So I feel you on that. So definitely head is definitely important, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not giving it, you need to give it up. Because trust me, if you're not giving it to your man, he will be getting it from somewhere else. I can attest to that. So do what you gotta do. Even if you don't enjoy it, like get over it. Like that's just what it is. Get over it. Get on your knee. Do what you gotta do. Like make it enjoyable. If you gotta put some strawberry jam down there, I don't care. Put some chocolate syrup. Whatever you gotta do. Whatever. Spice it up. Not literally. Don't put no hot sauce down there. That hurt. Don't literally spice it up. But you know what I mean. Definitely just do what you gotta do, man. Make it work. Because you don't want nobody to leave you over here. That's crazy. Or cheat on you because of head. That's crazy. Whatever. So this is the other topic, whatever, that I wanted to talk about. So how many times a week should you be having sex with your partner? Now I'm not talking about single people. Single people is different because they'll vary whenever you can get it. I get it. That's cool. But if you're in a relationship with somebody, a serious relationship, and no cheating involved, you're with that one person, because I know how you people out there like to date 2 or 3 people at a time, 5, 6. I get it. But we're talking about dating one person. How many times a week should you be having sex? Do you want to answer or should I answer first? I'm going to answer first. So, me personally, I'm going to say at least 5 to 6, maybe 7 times a week. I'm a firm believer in having it every day or every, maybe skip a day out the week. I can get that. But I'm a firm believer in having it quite often. I don't really see why we shouldn't do it, especially if we're in a relationship. And I don't know, if I want to have sex with you, then that means that, I don't want to cheat on you. I only want you, so you should take that. That's how I feel. We should just work it into our schedule every time. I don't see why it should be any other way. I don't even understand how some people can go 5 or 7, 12 days without having that. Like how does that happen? It's like, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you speak. How do you feel as a woman? How do you feel about it?
I feel like I do agree with you. I feel like it should be at the least 6 times to 7 times a week. Probably more, just depending on days that we off at home and we together or whatever. If we ain't get the knock boots the day before, however it go. But I feel like
Okay.
I feel like it depends on the time too.
Mm-hmm.
Men need to realize women get worn the freak out. Like,
we get worn out too. What
yeah,
you mean?
no, I'm talking
we get
about
worn out and like we don't be
sore
wanting
and
to do it.
But y'all don't be sore. I'm not talking.
We
I'm
do
talking
be sore. What you mean?
About not like
we
us.
be sore sometimes too. Like, come on, man. Like,
Okay.
if I'm in that thing, I'm in that thing. And if I'm in it, I'm in it, and I'm bruising. Like, it's gonna be hurting after a while, especially if I didn't had it 3 days in a row. Like, my stuff is gonna be hurting.
Oh yeah, that's true. I believe.
Like, my stuff is gonna be a little sore, and I'm gonna be like, all right, well, maybe I can skip today because I gotta give my shit time to heal.
Sometimes the feeling
but other
is
than
just
that,
there and you just need it.
sometimes the feeling is like, all right, fuck what you feeling, bro. You gonna have to get this, cause that's just what it comes down to sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, and the feeling of it actually happening overpowers the hurt and the pain, so you don't even think about it. But then the next day you're like, oh shit, damn, my shit was hurt yesterday. Why I did that shit again? But then you think about why, cause that was crazy.
What did you say?
Like you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. So that's just what it is, man. I guess so we can both agree 6 to 7 times a week, even more is perfect. I feel like when you get, people always say like when you get married it diminishes, but I don't see that happening for me. I don't see me stopping having sex less than when I'm having it right now. When I get 50 years old, yeah, I'm still have to be stroking that thing. Facts though, man. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, man. So if anybody wants to answer any of these questions, please subscribe, comment below, and you can DM me your questions, your answers. I mean, to these questions, whatever. We can talk about it on the next time. Like, come on the podcast. Yeah, man. All right. So next time we're gonna do a live podcast. We're gonna actually take live questions, so you guys can ask me exactly what you want, and we can answer right on the spot. So then that'll be lit. But anything you want to say? Any final moments that you? What's your final take on both? Getting head is
a must if it's good.
Mm-hmm.
If it is not, just go down there and kiss it. Like, hey, how you doing?
Okay.
That's it, and that's all.
Okay. And the amount of times having sex a week is?
There have to be multiple times a week.
Okay. And I agree on both terms. Yeah, there's no conflict there. I agree. Alright, man, we out though. BUTV, man.